So the Detroit Lions are going to need a backup quarterback. I don't think that the quarterback is on the roster. And I made a video on Lions Syndicate. You guys can check that out. But we're going to talk about Bryce Perkins and should the Detroit Lions give him a shot? Somebody brought up in the comment section saying that they saw my video about Bryce Perkins, and I think he deserves a shot in the NFL. Now, the question that I have for you is, would you feel that Bryce Perkins is capable of leading a team, an NFL team, to several victories? Right? He spent some time with the Rams. We might not remember this, but Bryce Perkins was on the Rams when they traded for Baker Mayfield the year after they won the Super Bowl and Matthew Stafford went down. He actually wound up getting pulled in favor of Baker Mayfield. But here's a great connection that and why Bryce Perkins might be a good idea to at least bring in for a workout. How do you get better at anything? You usually have to practice. And then you have to put that into real game experience when it comes to the NFL. Hendon Hooker reminds me a lot of Bryce Perkins. Very mobile, very agile, uses his feet a lot. Not the best thrower of the football, but can throw. Hendon's a great thrower, but not now in the NFL, right? He got some work to do. And when I say great thrower, I'm not talking about just throwing the football, the act of throwing it. I'm talking about reading defenses, all that, getting the ball out. Hendon holds on to the ball much too long. Now, I think Bryce could use a second chance in the NFL, but the connection between how the UFL has helped Bryce Perkins, it would be great if the league had something like that for players that needed to develop. I would love for him to come in. The reason that I brought up Carson Wentz is because Carson has, even though he didn't do anything, he's a Super Bowl champion. Right? He's played behind Patrick Mahomes. He's played behind Matthew Stafford. He is now the epitome of a backup, right? He's a backup. So he's also got that experience in game, which is more than I could say for Bryce Perkins. Bryce Perkins has only a handful of NFL games under his belt. So that's why. But to bring him in for a workout, absolutely. Would I be mad? No. Would I want Bryce Perkins as a number 2? I don't know. I would have to see him in the preseason. I think Bryce Perkins would dominate in the preseason because that's essentially what the UFL is. It's like preseason football. So, but would you feel comfortable if Bryce Perkins came in right now to back up Jared Goff? That's what I want to know. Especially with the Panthers possibly leaving, we possibly won't have that local UFL pipeline. Yeah, that's true as well. I'm very curious. Nobody has brought him in. There's a lot of guys from the Michigan Panthers that nobody's brought in, but nobody has brought in Bryce, which is surprising to me. I mean, there's only 32 teams. So then you have, 96 quarterbacks. If you go 3 deep, that's 96. If the 2 on the roster, that's 64. Let's see you throw 1 on the practice squad, that's still 96, right? Is Bryce Perkins better than 64 quarterbacks in the NFL or equal to? I don't know. But I wouldn't mind if the Detroit Lions gave him a shot for sure. Realistically now, Shedeur Sanders is the number 1 target. Rookie contract that's friendly golf to play out while learning from Brunel, a 4th, and Broderick in a heartbeat. I don't know, man. Jay Love says Teddy. What's up, Jay? Jay says Teddy. I don't know, but we'll talk about it. So let me know down in the comments, man. How would you feel about the Detroit Lions bringing in USFL Michigan Panther quarterback Bryce Perkins? Don't forget, spend some time with Matthew Stafford. So did Carson Wentz, though. So I don't know, man. Me right now, I would love if both of them came in, but I think I would have to lean more toward Carson simply based off the experience.